It's a very interesting topic for the confluence age because this is the most elevated time in the whole world cycle. And of course, we all know the knowledge that we are in a transition time. We're not in Iron Age, but we're also not in Golden Age. We are in this Sakar world, that is the corporeal world, with elements and many other things around us. And we are supposed to return back home. But in between, I am preparing myself to go home and then come to a world which is perfect. And to do that, I constantly have to remind myself who is my constant companion. As Sister Maria said, Baba is definitely our company, but I still need good company. And why do I need that company? Because Baba mentions in Sakar Murli, whatever company colors you. Or in Hindi, Sang Tare, Kusang Bore. Good company elevates me, saves me, and bad company degrades me or drowns me. And so this Iron Age is actually like a quicksand. When you get stuck in a quicksand, it pulls you down and down. And if someone is trying to help you to come out, they also drown. It pulls them in. Also, when we are all asleep at night and we are supposed to wake up in the morning at Amrit Vela, sometimes you have a company which doesn't wake up themselves and they don't even allow you to wake up. One time, Dadi Janki was visiting a group, meeting a group, and in that there were two brothers complaining about one another in the Pandav Bhavan. And so one said, Dadi, I am very regular with my Amrit Vela and my routine, day routine. But this brother who lives with me never wakes up at Amrit Vela. And so it's not a good company. He pulls me back every now and then. So Dadi looked at him quietly and didn't say anything. Then Dadi met the other brother who was from the same Pandav Bhavan. And he said, Dadi, the companion who is with me, the brother who is with me in Pandav Bhavan, He's so accurate and I admire him. He wakes up in the morning and I can't wake up. And he's so particular that he will never want to miss his Amrit Vela. And Dadi just gave a smile. And when then both of them met Dadi, Dadi said to the brother who does Amrit Vela regularly, "What do you do in Amrit Vela?" So he says, "Constantly my mind is connected to this brother, that look at him sleeping. He doesn't know the value of confluence age. He doesn't have any value for Baba, Baba's Srimad." And so Dadi said the whole hour, 45 minutes, you are actually in waste. And then Dadi asked the other brother, "What do you do?" He says, "Dadi, I can't wake up in the morning. I personally don't like myself the way I am. But in the whole day, I admire this brother so much that he's also got Lockheed job. He works. He comes. He helps in the Pandav Bhavan. And we all sleep late. But he wakes up. I wish I can become like him." So Dadi said, "Look, he's not waking at Amrit Vela, but whole day he's got good wishes and pure feelings for you, and he wants to become like you, equals to you. So who is earning more? Is it you or is it him?" And so they both realized their company, but mainly the company which Drama and Baba has given to one another. If I see the weakness, or if I see the negativity in anybody or in any situation, then I am losing. But if I see qualities in the soul or in any situation, what is the best, then I'm earning. So it is so important that when I have company, I actually look at that company and take inspiration. But if I am alone, then I do not have the chance or opportunity to see. So, why it matters that I have good company, that I can see, I can get inspired, and I can elevate. If I do not have good company, then I become good and be an example or inspiration to the person who is with me. And so, either way, either I see the goodness or either I make others see the goodness in myself and make them equal to me. So it is the confluence age when I have the opportunity to learn from this. I will not have the vision, the art of seeing the goodness in any other ages. Golden age, we are all good. It's good company everywhere. But then I don't have that eye to see the goodness or even see the badness. I'm in a perfect world and I just enjoy. I don't even know that that is enjoyment. It's so neutral that there is no happiness, but there is no sorrow. And so it is a neutral world, and I enjoy and I leave. Then in the Iron Age, I have an I, but of course, when I am in Iron Age, Kali Yuga, then I am body conscious. Everything around me is so body conscious that I do not even have the understanding what is good and what is bad. A person who smokes will feel it's fine, it's good, I feel so good. But a person who doesn't smoke, they feel it's bad. So Iron Age has defined good and bad into its own capacity. But there is a universal good and bad. Universal good and bad, I only have the eye or the opportunity to see that in the confluence age. It's a beautiful way of seeing things and accepting. So, what matters is I have a good company. One time, one sister was complaining about the teacher in the center, and she kept on telling the senior brother, can we have a good teacher? Our teacher is not good. So the senior brother says, okay, let's make it this way then. You become good. If your teacher is no good, you become good. And she will get inspiration from you. She doesn't know she's not good. So you become good and contribute towards service in karma yoga, in activities of the center. And when you will nicely do that, that teacher will also get inspiration because no one is perfect and no one has learned and come. They are all learning all the time. The best company, good company in the confluence age is who brings me closer to Baba and not themselves. If I become closer to my colleague or my companion or my teacher, that is still not good. But the best company is, of course, Baba's company. But to reach that level, I need this company. And what company is that? Brahmin company. Brahmin company is the most elevated in the whole world cycle. And that would help you to get a focus and, of course, elevate. So when we say Sangatare In other words, the company which elevates me, saves me, guides me. Baba will use this instrument to help us. And if we say, Kusang Bore, bad company drowns me, again, drama uses this instrument to test you. Are you going to drown or are you going to help that soul to be elevated? And what will happen is when I help saving that soul also turns good in the drama. They transform, they change. So for a real Brahmin, whether it's people, that is the Brahmin souls, whether it's the teacher in your center, or any scene in drama, any role in drama, whatever role I get, I play that perfectly and it will elevate me. Even as simple as anything. But Baba and drama gave me this role. Let me play this in a very perfect manner. But if you hesitate, you know, if you question, if you react, reject, then drama and Baba will think twice. Should I give this opportunity to this soul, or is this soul not going to accept? And this opportunity I only get now. Let me make the most out of it. I'll just give you today's example. You'll be surprised. In Nairobi, we are just preparing for a training for 4 days, which is Vihasa, Values in Healthcare. And so we've been receiving guests since 4 days now, and it's starting tomorrow. And of course, we are the host. We want to make it the best that when they go from here, they have such lovely memories from Africa. They are from Africa, but from Nairobi. And the training is very successful, and souls are inspired. That's our wish all the time. They get trained, but it's like, service and entertainment, a balance. So we were all so happy and preparing. And it is a group of 65 people. Can you just believe? Tomorrow, all the guests are arriving. Preparations are in full force. Everybody is tirelessly working. They're so happy. Even the guests who have already come are very happy. Suddenly, this afternoon, after lunch, I receive a phone call. This phone call is another door of service. Wonderful door. So this person says, I've been given your name, and that's why I'm calling you. That we, as a Kenya government, is starting a group which is faith-based organizations for climate change. Of course, I do work towards climate change at UNEP, United Nations Environment Program, but this is like a Kenyan government who has given this task to a bank, Kenya Commercial Bank. And so the manager for relationships and faith-based organization called me and he says, "Can you please work with us? We want to receive a lot of benefit from the Brahma Kumaris. It's an interfaith program." I said, "All right. And when can we do that?" He says, "Oh, the training is starting today. The training is starting today." I said, "Oh, I'm sorry. I cannot make it because we have 65 guests in the house and we are the host and I have to be here. How long is it?" Today, that is Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. And I was like, "Oh, Baba, there is opportunity, but which one do I be dedicated to?" I said, "Brother, I'm sorry, I can't make it today." He says, "Please, sister." I said, "When is your next training?" So he goes, "It's in October." I said, "I'm not in the country in October. I'll be at my headquarters. So please make it today. We'd appreciate a lot. Tomorrow you can do the presentation. It's value based. So, of course, talking about our Brahmin values and, human values and all that." And so now I got so tempted. I said, "Baba, what do I do?" I just remembered Baba and I went to Sister Vedanti and I presented the whole invitation. Sister Vedanti said, "You just go. Just go, it's okay." And people were surprised. And I'll be in the hotel for 3 days. I even didn't have opportunity to prepare food. But the lesson which Baba is giving us, one is Mama's month, Hanji Ji Ha, yes, Master. And the other lesson is ever ready. I quickly packed things and I arrived here just in time for the meeting. And the organizer was so happy, so happy. And just before coming to you all, I was in a meeting with him. And I said, "Sorry, I have to go for online talk now. So I will just see you later." And it was so productive that I also felt that it was worth it. A new service door opening up. We will be that inspiration to these souls, and we will have the opportunity to inspire and serve. And what is that? What is the underlying dharana? Yes, Master. Yes, Baba. Yes, drama. And when I am in that mode, drama and Baba supports me 100%. At the moment, I'm sitting in a hotel room talking to all of you, not in Baba's house. I'm 50 kilometers away from Baba's house. But it's such a lovely feeling. Technology has given us all the facilities. Let me use it with respect. But then I, the soul who has this role to play, let me play it with a lot of love and dedication. When I play this role with love and dedication, you will experience Baba everywhere. We will experience Baba in every step you take. I had no idea where I was going, what am I going to do, who am I going to meet, just dedication. And when I met this soul was so inspired. He says, "Can you please tell me about the Brahma Kumaris even more? And have you got any other training?" I said, "Yes, we have got Peace of Mind retreat coming up in Mount Abu." Oh, can I go there? I said, yes, you can. So, like, inspiring one soul is going to help me to give that good company to others. But I can only do that when I have received that. And that's why Baba always say, first you receive and then you share with others. First you sustain and then you share with others. And ultimately, we will achieve what we want to perfection. And when I am ready, when I have cleared my karmic accounts, and I am now returning back home, when I am returning back home, I am free from all the other colors of the world, whether it's company, whether it's facility, whether it's, anything around me, just a free soul flying back home and then waiting for the golden age, where of course I will have all my companions, but not Baba. Baba will not come in golden age, but Baba creates this world and he creates the souls who are supposed to be in that world. And in that way, I will have a correct direction. It's so important that when I have taken this knowledge, recognized myself who I am, recognized Baba, and recognized my Brahmin family anywhere in the world, then of course I will be a good inspiration to others. But till then, I need good company. It does matter a lot. And so just check where I start from. Amrit Vela, Baba is my constant companion, and I receive from the treasure store. Then, whoever I live with, whether you live at home, whether you live in Baba's house, you have company there. Filter, just see as a detached observer, what type of company do I have? Is this company going to elevate me? Then see and learn and progress. But if you think this company is going to pull me, then silence. Silence is a very beautiful tool. I am there, but I'm not there. I see, but I do not see. I hear, but I do not hear. So Baba's given us a beautiful dharna. In Hindi they say देखते हुए भी नहीं देखो और सुनते हुए भी नहीं सुनो. What I just mentioned. See and not see, hear and not hear, and be beyond. Beyond means that wherever I live, with whoever I live, I am detached observer. They should not feel that we are ignoring them, but they should feel the goodness of me, my company. And then you will see that there is transformation in the atmosphere, in the vibrations at home, in the center, even in the center. You can't say the center has good vibrations always. There is sanskaras, there is mine and yours. So slowly it will start, transforming. And how does it transform? When I change, the atmosphere changes. So I am responsible. It starts from me. Charity begins at home. So let me change, and the atmosphere will change. Let me change, and the people with me will change. And it's interesting. What is interesting is if a person is still very stubborn, you know, not very good company, and you tried your best and you could not manage, either drama will move you or drama will move that person, and things will come in its correct place. Drama will move you not in a form of, your weakness, but in a form of promotion. Drama will take you somewhere where you feel you're promoted. You got the fruit of your efforts. You got the fruit of your tapasya. And so you won't get disheartened, but you will get very enthusiastic. I always look at that and I enjoy. I enjoy every scene of drama. Even this evening, we've got so many guests at home in the center, and so many have come. And here I am doing my work. But wah, Baba, wah, wah, my fortune, wah, wah, my part, my role, wah. In other words, I just be light, happy, and enthusiastic. So, why good company matters is that it instills enthusiasm in me. If my company is not good, it drains me out. It makes me weak. It makes me unhappy. And at the moment, I can't keep on stepping into Iron Age every now and then because we started by understanding that we are in the confluence age, in Sangam Yuga. And this valuable time, I can't waste, keep on moving to Iron Age every now and then. Even in the simplest place, we feel we are as lucky as a princess, Baba's prince. Even if we don't have much, but I have Baba, I have my family, and just create that enthusiasm within you. I will stop there and I'll open the floor now for questions. But I'm on a phone because I'm in a hotel. I don't have my laptop here. So you will have to read, Maria, what the questions are,
Yeah,
and I
sure.
will reply. Sure.
For sure. Well, thank you so much for your sharings and also for being available to be with us. It's really we are fortunate. I don't see any questions coming, but whatever you shared was really very deep. What if uh, we are trying so hard to
Mm,
deal with some situation
mm,
and we did everything?
mm,
What is missing in us that doesn't make the situation move forward?
mm, mm. Um, First, you have to see yourself. See yourself. Is it you who is holding that situation, or is it drama who is creating this for you? If you are holding, then you have to let go. How do you do that? Body consciousness to soul conscious. You're holding it because you are body conscious. The moment I become soul conscious, I'll give you an example that sometimes, we are holding the position. I'm the in charge. I can't let go. I started this center. I have to be the head, you know. I am the NCT. All this is body conscious, whether we like it or not, you know. I am an instrument. Baba chose me. I did it. Now Baba is giving me another opportunity. Let me take it. Do not react to these roles. That is the situation. But for example, if it is drama, you would know because then it is your karmic account. Karmic account with the land, the center, the person, the service. And so, the more tapasya, more Baba's remembrance will help me to clear that karmic account very quickly. I'll give you one example. There was another, I started a center in a country, but I can't be there permanently. So then I created a hand and I gave that center to that teacher and I left. When I left, then slowly and slowly, Baba's box was generating very little. Baba's house didn't receive a lot of things. And so the sister said to the admin that this center doesn't work. And the admin said, yes, we can see that. So what do you suggest? Because she was on the field, she says, I don't know what you would like to do, but it doesn't work. So they said, all right, let's close it. I came in. It's not attachment, but I don't like any center being shut down. So I said, can I take a chance and go and try something? You know? They said, all right. So I got 3 months. I went. And I personally enjoyed that little center and the service and the challenges of drama, you know. And then I said, Baba, I need to do a lot of tapasya. This is my karmic accounts with this land that I need a teacher who can, really, really take care of this place. And slowly and slowly, slowly and slowly after tapasya, Baba gave me touching as though I could remember this particular soul could take over the service here. So I contacted the soul, and the soul said, yes, I want to come, I want to try. And that soul came. We stayed together for 15 days, 2 weeks. And of course, that brother was a little bit nervous, but I said, it will be fine. Don't worry, don't worry. So little enthusiasm was needed. And, my karmic account is so settled now that I don't even have to worry about that center. That brother stayed, extended, he got a job, he started a business, he's sustaining financially and doing service, and it's been nearly 15 years, maybe less, little bit. But I feel so good. I hardly go there now. I don't need to because there's the able hand. So one is Baba's service is a concern, but one is your own karmic account also sometimes, you know. And so we can overcome the sanskaras of the instruments or Brahmins or students, and we can also overcome, the position or responsibility or role. So one is through uh, soul consciousness, and one is through Baba's remembrance. Did you get that?
Yes, yes. That was really very helpful.
Mm.
And I know you're very courageous, and even from your young age,
Mm.
I was translating something that you shared once.
Mm.
We were very young. How you deal with people? You had a lot of enthusiasm, and how you deal with people from the beginning. Uh, you didn't have any obstacle in front of you, and I really admire that. If you want to share something like about your young, the early
Yeah.
days, yeah.
Mm. Yeah. Okay. One, I will first share one incident with Dadi ji, Dadi Prakash Mani ji. That time I was in college. I was not fully dedicated in Baba's service. And so my father, my Lokik father is in knowledge, mother is in knowledge. So they have their own business, flourished business. I can use as much money I want. I can do any service I want. I can go anywhere I want. So it wasn't like, living in a center. I was at home and the center was in our house. And so Sister Vedanti was in that center, not in our house. There was another building, but then drama and political situation did that. So the center moved into our house and she moved somewhere else. And so now, it was like sort of um, a wish that Sister Vedanti has to come back to our center. I'm talking about 1977. So I started creating different service programs. So there was this very important service place where I hired a place, uh, a marquee, a booth. I just take money from my dad's business, mom's business, and I did everything. And we were two Kumaris, and we did very good service. So by chance, Dadi Prakashmani was visiting us. So one day at Amritvela, Dadi was giving us drishti, and many were there. And suddenly, Dadi started talking at Amritvela. And she's telling me, Pratibha, I hear you did very good service here, all of you. I said, yes, Dadi. And so, how many emerged from that program? And I said, Dadi, not even a single soul. Nobody came to Baba. Nobody emerged from that program. So Dadi says, and how much expense did you make? I said, that I don't know. So Dadi said, do you know why nobody emerged from this program? Because you did not genuinely do this program to glorify Baba, Shiv Baba. But you did it because you wanted a teacher in your center. So um, it has limitations. To have a teacher is not bad, but to pull it forcefully from drama is not right. And that's why nothing came out from there. And I realized, teacher, who is the speaker, which place it is, what auditorium or hall it is, what venue is it, all that is secondary. If Baba wants to touch a soul, Baba will even touch the soul through a child. But we are so much locked up into, the venue and the place and the printing and the quality and, expense. And I learned my lesson so nicely that all that is secondary for me. I can go anywhere and share Baba's knowledge in any situation. And so this opportunity, I mean, this experience gave me an opportunity to be ever ready. And I love it. I know it was quite challenging at that time, but it's so wonderful. Yeah,
Thank you for sharing this. Very nice. Very nice.
pleasure.
I know that service in Africa is expanding so quickly, and every
Yes,
you have also Didi Vedanti there, and there's so many
yeah.
other souls. You and there's so much expansion, and you're of the same style. Very courageous. Very you have so much love for Baba and service and conference age,
So,
and
maybe I'll come in there that maybe it's the, company which we have. We are actually putting that in one another, you know. And it's lovely, like minded people work together. It's so, so good. And secondly, if somebody doesn't have the courage, they're so lovely that they will appreciate who has the courage. So that appreciation is so good also, you know. It's not always the courage, but those who don't have appreciate those who have. So there is a lovely, lovely mutual, exchange, I would say.
oh, really. And
Mm,
inspired. Everybody is inspired, and from your sharings, I think even today some must have been inspired by what you shared. Uh,
mm.
I don't see any question. Usually, we don't have questions, but can you say a few things about Daddy
Oh,
Gulzar?
okay. Mm.
Yeah, if you have some experiences with
That
Daddy
equals,
Gulzar.
yes. Yeah, yeah. I have experience of that Gulzar. Um, Dadi Gulzar also came to Zambia, Lusaka. That was in 1977. Dadi came, and that was her first time to come to Africa. We had a big center and very lovely. I was not in the center, but we were like Kumaris spending the day there. And when the seniors come, then we even spend the night so we can have Amrit Vela with them and good bedtime stories and all that. So Dadi Gulzar came first time. And Dadi is the youngest in all the Dadis. Of course, Ratan Moini Dadi was the youngest, because she was 5 when she came with her mother in the Yagya. And Dadi Gulzar was 8 when she came with her mother in the Yagya. And so Dadi Gulzar, when she came to Lusaka, I was preparing her bed for sleeping at night. So I was setting up everything tidy, everything. And then I put some mosquito net, because not that we have mosquito net, but in Africa, we have the habit. Even at Locky Cones, we used to, put a mosquito net. And it's such a beautiful way of doing it that, like how the princesses sleep, that type. I didn't know. But when I was doing that and I put, Dadi was in her bed and then I closed the mosquito net for her, she says, "Oh, when we were in the Yagya as children, Baba used to tuck us in like this. And you reminded me my childhood." And she says, um, uh, I feel so happy that I've come to Africa and I am now remembering my childhood. Of course, Dadi must be in her 40s that time, 30s or 40s. But going back to childhood, and any scene in drama and any place in drama takes you to that memory, it's the sweetest memory. So then we sat with Dadi and we were chatting and we were asking things with Dadi, all that. That was over. Then I grew up, I dedicated my life to service. I was traveling a lot every way, you know, and then I was in Sri Lanka, and somebody told me that Dadi Gulzar's younger sister is in Sri Lanka. So I said, I would love to go and see her, you know, her younger sister. So when the mother brought Dadi Gulzar to the Yankee at the age of 8, that time that sister was 1.5 year old, and she had to leave her behind because she can't manage with children running around. She herself was with the mother. The mother was all round the Dadi. And so I went to see Dadi Gulzar's sister. She is so different from Dadi Gulzar, of course. Married, her husband is so good, but she was not well. This is like in 96. So I met her and she was crying a lot, very old and frail and all that. So she says, my mother left me so young, alone, 1.5 year old, that I had a very lovely stepmother. I had a wonderful husband to take care of me. But there's a gap that I never saw my elder sister and I never saw my biological mother. So I have a lot of pain for that. She was carrying that pain. She says, I don't even know how my sister looks. So in the magazine, Bap Dada's pictures and all of them. So of course she doesn't know Bap Dada, but I said, Dadi, I told her sister, Dadi, this is your sister. I showed her in the magazine. That time there was no internet and this and that, YouTube, nothing. But in a picture, in a magazine, World Renewal. And she was so happy. Can I keep my sister's photo? I said, yeah. So she was very emotional, sentimental. When she was in pain, her husband was in pain, type of thing. And I said, I'm going to give your regards to your sister. Her name is Dadi Gulzar Hevdei Mohini. She couldn't even understand what it meant. Anyway, after Sri Lanka, I went to Madhuban. And when I went to Madhuban, I went to see Dadi Gulzar. And I was just chatting, Dadi, I went for service to this place, this place, this place. I've just come back from Sri Lanka. And Dadi is looking at me. I said, Dadi, I met your Lokik sister. She says, Acha? You know? I said, yeah. Oh my God, she's so neutral. Detached. She doesn't even express that you met my sister. I said, Daddy, she was crying so much and she wanted to see your photo because she's never seen you. So Daddy Gulsar is so detached and neutral and not excitement and not sadness and nothing. I said, look at the difference between the two sisters. You know, one is in so much sorrow and pain. And look at this one, happy go lucky. And I said, Daddy, then finally I showed your photo to her. So Daddy just smiled and said, Acha hai, it's good. But she's in her Lokik life. In other words, there was no bodily pull, very detached. So over the years, as a chariot of God, she became equal to God. That's what I felt, you know. And that was not even towards the end. 97 was like very middle time, you know. Avyak Bapdada started in 69, and this was like 97. So in this time, Dari Gulzar transformed and became equal to Baba. In other words, whatever company she was in, she was colored with that company.